Fam, what am I watching right now? What's going on, guys? It's your boy FailWhale. Today we are checking out Stargate SG-1. This one is season number 9, episode number 15. I'm going to be quite transparent here, guys. I have actually seen this entire storyline. I know that this is the episode where Walter has his time to shine and he goes to the supermarket, and it turns out that there's actually one of the Ori who pop up. And it's up to him to save the day. He has no contact with the SGC. He has no chevrons to encode. But he only has aisles 1 through 9. I'm quite excited. Oh.
This turret and the Caledonian Federation have been locked in a state of Cold War for decades.
Taking it out.
Sir Quinn?
Insane.
I've seen entire planets wiped out because they refuse to follow the Ori.
If a prior visits your world,
It's GG. I am happy for them to use that sequence as many times as they can.
What's up? Incoming wormhole from Tegalus.
Jared Kane is requesting to be let through, says he needs to speak to you and it's urgent.
Dr. Jackson, I have very little time. I've gained access to the Stargate without my government's authorization. Please allow me to come through. I am alone.
Open the iris.
Okay. Let's see where this goes.
Jared, it's safe to come through.
Tegalus. Post-apocalyptic warring superpowers of deep-seated political differences. That Jared Kane. It's nice to meet you.
Okay, what's so urgent?
5 months ago, a man came through the Stargate. He
Uh-oh.
called himself a prior of the Ori.
The ramifications have begun.
Yes.
In exchange for our embracing the Ori, he gave our government designs for a weapon that could be launched into orbit. A
Jesus.
satellite.
How long before it's completed?
24 hours ago, a Caledonian military outpost was completely vaporized in a demonstration. The weapon is already operational.
First they're playing God, now they're playing Elon Musk. What can they not do? So this makes me wonder, because we're already we're already on episode 15. There's only 5 episodes left for the Ori. I'm not saying we're blazing through season 9 by any means, but I guess the brunt of their arc is gonna have to be in the last season, right? I can't imagine they're gonna have anything too crazy happening in the next 5 episodes. I could be wrong. Also, I said a controversial take that I wanted to say at the end of last episode. I forgot to. Landry, by the end of his run, might be my favorite general in the show. Now, Hammond is my boy. I think it's safe to say that Jack was not the best general. I think it makes sense in the full nature of the show, right? They grew up through, you know what I'm saying? They grew throughout all their respective roles, went through higher ups. I don't think the general at the SGC base was for Jack, but it was nice to see him do that in a short sprint. Landry, I think I'm a fan of his style. He's stern, he's friendly, and but he still gets things done. Again, I've spent many more seasons with Hammond, but you know, in those middle to later seasons with him, obviously with Dawn, we didn't see him as much in the stories. Plus, as the scale and scope of the show started to expand, the sort of story structure started to change, where Dawn wasn't as involved, or Hammond. But something about Landry just I really gel with. And I think it has to do with the actor, the new chemistry of in the direction the show's been going. The show's been really going. I really like it. And like I said, I need to see how the end of his run goes. But so far, that's my hot take.
How long until your government makes its next move?
Our president has given their leader, Minister
On.
Jaska, a deadline of 5 days.
Intelligence reports were filtering in that said the Caledonians were preparing a full-scale ground assault. They were going to invade and attempt to topple what was left of Rand once and for all. The prior asked our leaders if he could spread his word to the Caledonians as well.
Of course, they would never accept anything that Rand was already embracing.
He said anyone who didn't accept Origin must be destroyed.
Man, these guys got a bottomless bag of tricks, don't they?
You see, we weren't just on the verge of suffering defeat at the hands of the Caledonians. We were on the verge of collapsing as a nation.
But now, after what you've told me of these Ori and the Priors, I fear that may have been a better way to go.
What exactly do you want from us?
These are the earliest schematics for the weapon.
You wish us to destroy the weapon?
It's the only chance we have to stop things before they go too far. And I refuse to see any more lives, be they Rand or Caledonians, senselessly lost. This has to stop.
Would you excuse us for a moment?
All right, let's see what the verdict is from the team.
You want the big chair?
Not me. I'll sit here.
Sam, he's in Washington.
Hey.
Right.
Let me just start this by saying a lot of this is actually our fault. There wouldn't have been a war on Tegalus if we hadn't gone there in the first place.
We did offer to help them rebuild.
An offer they eventually declined.
Because they're being influenced by a prior.
Ori are now arming their followers.
Who says they won't eventually help them build ships capable of attacking other planets?
We need to nip this trend squarely in the bud.
If we tell them what we know, who the Ori really are, they might be convinced to dismantle this weapon themselves.
Okay, why does this feel like this is going to be a significant episode? The directing is rather different than normal. The music is
Why, you'd think a Ori weapon would be more advanced.
Well, the Ori
pretty
may have designed it
revealing.
for them, but Rand still had to build it using the resources and technology at their disposal.
Then it can be easily destroyed.
If these plans are an accurate indication.
Right. So we'll take Prometheus for this.
There do appear to be sensors built into the targeting system, so our approach may be detected.
But Prometheus is protected by Asgard shield technology.
The weapon will take a few minutes to charge up. We should be able to emerge from hyperspace and take a shot at it before it can respond.
sounds like a plan. That'll most certainly fail. He's like in the Jello.
Give them some time. They seemed shocked that you were here.
Our people suffered greatly after the war. They needed to believe there was a reason for what was happening to them.
Kane, I have to ask. Lita.
5 months ago, while Rand was deciding whether to accept Origin or not, a disease swept through the country.
You don't say.
We watched so many barter away their beliefs in exchange for their lives. But Lita, she
Got deleted?
She refused to accept it.
Yikes.
Dr. Jackson, we just received a communique from the Rand government.
Rand.
This isn't exactly what I had in mind.
This is quite the Throwback Thursday.
President Ethon.
Senator Kane.
This is Dr. Daniel Jackson.
I know who he is. I am here to officially inform you, Jared Kane, you are under arrest for treason.
Excuse me?
As of now, you are both considered enemies of the state and will be detained until trial can be set.
That's not good. Daniel's been through so much, he's like, it's just another day in the week.
I guess I can assume that any kind of trial will be rigged.
We'll be lucky to get that far. President Nadal has
He said, wait, what?
Great.
So you brought me to get
There's
executed.
any laws against torture?
No.
I'd be livid.
I applaud your courage, King.
Commander Pernod, Dr. Jackson. Dr. Jackson?
Yeah, I got it.
Earth is responsible for our current state of affairs. Turning to them is an act of a desperate man, Kane.
Kane turned to us in the hopes of preventing you from making a catastrophic mistake. You need to hear me out before you use that weapon to wipe out the Caledonians.
So you admit you sympathize with Caledonia?
Guys,
That's not what he's saying.
the bigger
How the
picture
next
here.
few days
I have a signal from Dr. Jackson's locator beacon.
Beam him directly out of the bridge.
I take it this means things aren't going so well.
Coupled with the fact that we haven't heard from him since he left 2 days ago.
Commander? Mr. President? The satellite sensors have detected a ship closing on its position.
We got the satellite dead to rights. We can hail him and ask for Dr. Jackson in exchange.
That would not accomplish the goal of this mission.
Well, it's your call, Colonels. All I'm asking is that you make up your mind quickly.
Sir, we're detecting a power buildup from within the satellite.
Its attitude is changing.
We're being targeted.
Hello?
Do it. Fire.
Alright, we're off.
It looks like it's being protected by a shield. Defensive capabilities must have been added.
Okay. Now what?
Shields are holding.
Recommend firing a warning shot.
We have been attacked, Commander. We must respond in kind.
To battle positions. They just kill half of the cast.
Evasive maneuvers! Full military thrust! Return fire! Forward railguns!
What the fuck?
That blast cut through our shields with full strength.
I know, I don't understand how.
Sensors detect that the weapon is recharging.
Hull integrity is too unstable. Medical teams reporting 4 casualties, 8 crew members still unaccounted for.
That thing can only fire at one target at a time.
Bro, we just got bodied.
Tracking multiple smaller ships attacking the satellite. The shield is holding.
By the grace of the gods.
Guys, this is not gonna work. The cast is out of the ship. Dude, the Prometheus is going down. Oh, confirmed. Where's Sam? If Sam's in one of these 302s, it's GG.
We need to reroute power through the bypass conduits. Here. We should get limited sublight capability back.
Bro, I'm pressed right now.
We need to get up 2 levels.
Sir, sensors indicate that the weapon is reaching maximum power.
All hands brace for impact!
Bro, what impact? You're gonna blow up. Fam, what am I watching right now? Yo, the Prometheus has fallen. I was literally thinking to myself, I'm like, what even is a Prometheus now that we have the dead Asylus? You know what I mean? Like, holy smokes. Yo, you are gone.
Bridge, this is Carter. Can you beam us up to auxiliary control room 2?
Negative, Colonel. Control room no longer has life support.
He must know it's GG.
The large vessel appears to be disabled. Shall I broadcast a call for surrender?
The Book of Origin tells us that enemies...
No forgiveness. It's too early in the morning for this.
Finish them.
This guy plays Mortal Kombat.
Blue Leader, request status report.
Not too good right now, Blue Leader.
If the aft power control panel is still intact, we should be able to rig the Naquita generator and reroute power to sublight propulsion.
This is Colonel Lionel Pendergast of the Earth vessel Prometheus calling the Rand Protector.
You got us.
We are willing to negotiate the terms of our surrender.
Yeah, you gotta know your position. This seems like a reasonable man. He's the voice of an angel.
Okay, fire it up.
Don't we need to test the power flow?
No time.
But
I know, do it.
Alright, this is useless. Blue Squadron, this is Blue Leader. Break off the attack and scramble formation between the Prometheus and the weapon.
We are here to investigate why an emissary we sent to your planet, Dr. Daniel Jackson, has ceased all communications with us.
But we detected that your satellite was powering up and aiming at us, which we took to be the first act of aggression.
We merely responded in kind. I have people aboard this vessel who are in need of medical attention, and I am venting atmosphere.
Please.
I have no desire to take more lives. You tell us what we want to know.
You'll
I
spare
will
him.
accept their surrender.
We're not spies. I came here to convince your people to dismantle this weapon yourselves before any of this became necessary.
Why?
I have tried to explain.
Who helped you gain access to the Stargate?
I acted alone.
You are lying.
Weapon is charged.
Wait, please! Just listen to me before you go murdering defenseless people.
We are the ones defending ourselves.
This is too heated.
Give me as much power as you can. Reroute her from the shields, and give me all functioning internal Asgard beam sensors back online.
Sir?
We're abandoning ship.
Yeah, you gotta get the fuck out of there, dude. Yo, this guy Pendercast, the way he's holding his composure right now, I'm so impressed. We've never seen something like this.
I'll handle all the final transport commands. Everyone else is to report.
Oh, if Pendercast goes down with the ship, this guy's a certified legend.
People, that's an order. Move!
Sir,
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh my goodness. Look, this guy isn't a ghoul like Mitch.
We must not fail the gods. We must embrace our destiny. Fire the weapon. Wait!
What am I watching right now? Oh my god, it is on sight! It is on sight!
Oh, hell.
The Earth vessel has been destroyed.
I think I take back that comment about season 10 and season 9. It's just about to get fucking heated. Oh, that was so good. That was great.
The loss of your people is regrettable. But your planet and the Caledonians must know our resolve.
Oh, this guy doesn't know he's talking to Dark Daniels in the building, brother. DD has arrived.
To be forced to... When does it stop? When do we stop killing each other over wars started by our fathers and their fathers before them? Goran, how long have we known each other? Please, believe what Dr. Jackson has told you about them.
Neither Rand nor Caledonia have the technology capable of resisting such power.
See, the mistake is... The mistake here, now that I think about it, is instead of trying to convince people that the Origin headasses are not who they say they are, why don't we just make a highlight reel? We have cameras. I'm sure Walt can edit. We can outsource it. You know?
I can't make you any promises, but we have already developed a machine that neutralizes the Prior's powers. You can either bury your gate, or we can teach you to build an iris system like ours.
Nadal has lost all sense of reason. The Ori just want to use us. And killing in their name is not self-defense, it's murder.
I don't buy that Sam's dead, by the way.
To our knowledge, 76 crew were recovered in Caledonian territory.
There were over 115 people aboard that ship. So where are our people?
The transport arrived moments ago.
Teal'c, Cameron.
There you go. It's still a massive loss, dude.
It is good to see you alive, Colonel Carter. We feared the worst.
Where's Pendergast?
That dude did not. This guy did not make that for sure.
Our security.
This is Minister Chaska, leader of the Caledonian Federation.
I'm thankful you survived such a tragic event, Colonel. With the destruction of your vessel, I fear that any hope for a peaceful solution to this crisis has been lost.
And you will not surrender.
We will retaliate against any attack with the full forces at our disposal.
All commands for the satellite originate from Rand's main control facility. And maintaining a shield around the satellite is a huge power drain, so it's only activated when a threat is detected.
It seems that you are saying if we were to destroy the RAND control facility, the weapon itself would become vulnerable to attack.
The RAND facility is part of an underground bunker complex that was strong enough to survive our last missile attack.
You're dropping an Aquila bomb on that bitch?
What about...
If we can sever the link between the facility and the weapon, even temporarily.
We're talking about an EM pulse.
EM pulse.
It would disable their electronic devices. They'd be totally blind.
For a short time.
You possess such technology?
After the battle with Anubis' fleet over Antarctica, small random EM fields were detected by Prometheus during the cleanup.
Are you going to tell me that an F-302 gives off an EM pulse when it blows up?
It was one of the things I was working on at Area 51.
That's kind of
I think it has something. All we have to do is harvest the inertial dampener and rig it to one of the Caledonian missiles.
President Nadal will surely respond by stepping up the deadline for our surrender, and he'll use the satellite weapon against us.
Gotta act quick.
This will work.
All right, Sam's confident. I'm down. Let's do it.
I shouldn't have come to you.
Look, right now I just have to believe there are survivors.
I think that's really possible.
Look, the bottom line is we can't lose focus of why we came back here in the first place. I mean, there has to be a way out of this, and...
Do you ever give up?
Not until I'm dead.
Or send.
And sometimes not even then.
Intelligence is reporting visual confirmation of a missile launch from Caledonia.
Early warning systems detect no missile entering our airspace.
They are not going to surrender. They are preparing to launch a preemptive first strike, given the Earth's attack on our satellite has failed.
President Nadal is online for you, ma'am.
It doesn't look like they've employed countermeasures.
I suspect he has spies who witnessed the launch.
You'll need to stall, or else they'll activate the satellite shield out of sheer paranoia.
President Nadal, this is Minister Chaska. Mr. President, if you're calling about the recent missile launch... Launch was entirely accidental. It seems there was some confusion when new launch protocol codes were distributed recently.
That is cap, madame.
Air Command, this is Blue Leader. We are wheels up.
Roger that. Package is on its way. We are 30 seconds from detonation over target.
He didn't believe a word of it.
Yep.
Getting a report from Coastal Monitoring Base 4.
Activate the missile shields.
The joke's on her. Their intel was bussin' for real, for real.
We've lost power. All systems are down.
Backup power is supposed to be isolated.
The systems that activated are down.
We can't control the satellite.
Blue Leader, this is base. Package has been delivered. Window of opportunity is now open.
Roger that.
Caledonians do not possess the level of technology required to do this. Such a weapon could only have been given to them by your people.
I hope so. Do you think if the Ori were true gods, they would allow the Caledonians to do this?
Look, I understand your fear of the Prior and why you feel you have no choice.
What would you have me do?
Let me use the radio.
Put me on the
Contact
phone.
the ship that's about to destroy this satellite and get them to call it off. I still believe a peaceful compromise can be reached out of all this.
Oh,
I'm
no.
listening.
Bless Daniel, man.
To whoever's flying the 302, if you can hear me, please respond. This is Daniel Jackson. Come in, please.
Jackson, go ahead.
The Rand want to offer the Caledonians a deal.
Really?
May I?
Can you trust?
Please. Daniel, this is Sam.
Rand is offering the gate and a limited ceasefire, so all those from Caledonia
Who do not want to follow Origin and wish to seek refuge on another planet may do so.
Jackson, are you sure about this? I got a clean shot at this thing.
He's got like
and I am in
30
favor of
seconds.
taking it.
If we blow this one up, they're just gonna build another. As far as the Caledonians go, well...
Sam, you're just gonna have to explain to them that the Priors may not give them much choice.
That's facts. Their hand's gonna get pushed regardless.
Will the Prior not follow us wherever we go?
Maybe, but for
Yeah.
now...
Look, this offer's not gonna be on the table long.
Tell Colonel Mitchell to call it off.
Okay.
All right, Jackson. But you folks better be damn sure about this.
Let's see if they are honorable.
Backup power is online.
Activate the shields.
This guy's a motherfucker. Oh my god.
Power the weapon.
This guy's a bitch.
Target the Caledonian Capitol building.
No way. We're not doing
Sir,
this.
perhaps we should take a moment.
You will abide by my authority. Power the weapon now.
Powering the weapon.
No, he's gonna have to overturn him.
We had a deal.
President Nadal, explain your actions immediately. President Nadal!
You gave your word. I gave my soul to the Ori, who offered us all salvation. Anyone who rejects that is a fool.
Shut down the satellite.
Don't
Yep.
listen to him.
Now! I won't let you do this, Nadal.
Do as I say.
What are we doing? Ah! Oh! Daniel's like, what the fuck am I watching?
Put your weapons down now. Get a medical unit in here. Go! Go!
He's dead. You heard him. The president is dead. Commander Pernod is next in command.
He's also the one who killed the president.
The president violated an You want to be the one responsible for destroying a city full of people when this goes to tribunal? Shut it down now!
The deal will stand.
Wow, this was a goated episode of Stargate.
Hey, haven't seen you since the memorial service.
Yeah, I hand-delivered Landry's letter to Colonel Pendergast's wife and kids. They need to know that he died saving his crew.
76 people survived. That's a testament to his leadership.
And yours.
So I take it then you haven't heard.
Heard what?
Talks broke down.
Shut the fuck up.
And?
It seems the Caledonians weren't content to just leave their fair planet.
They launched an attack.
Holy smokes.
The Stargate is presumed buried in the rubble.
Holy smokes.
Rough day.
Rough day.
Boys, crack me a cold one. That was rough.
Bruh, chill.
And that was my reaction video to Stargate SG-1 season number 9, episode number 15. And this was a surprise of an episode that caught me off guard. Just off the rip. I don't know how often Ken has been here at the directing helm, but it very quickly differentiated itself in its tone and atmosphere, you know, even a few scenes in. I thought this was a extremely well put together episode. Like was that played on some of the elements in the past. Might have been one of the best examples of how SG-1 has mucked up things by getting involved through gate travel, and kind of being one of the worst case scenarios where an entire civilization just kind of bodied themselves. We sustained heavy damages, losing the Prometheus 40 odd members of the team. Pendergast RIP. And I thought they just absolutely nailed the war escalation, the tension, played into into our character's strengths, like Sam staying down with the ship as long as possible to try and maneuver and figure out any sort of means. This was really, I think, SG-1 on its A game. Honestly, surprisingly, like I didn't expect this to be such a great episode. And just go so far and have such a deep impact, right? We sustained quite heavy damages here, and also just I liked how far they went with this episode. You know, typically I find sometimes the show will hold back its punches for some of these storylines, but they really went above and beyond here. They went and showed Cam, Daniel, sort of their ideology, sort of going back and forth with each other, right? Cam's like, "Are you sure you don't want to take the shot?" Daniel's like, "No, we have to try and find the good in people, right? We have to try and see some sort of a resolution, try and figure it out." But in the end, war is war, and they couldn't trust each other. They're moving like snakes, and that was I don't know how you. I wonder how you guys felt about this episode watching it again through the reaction on a rewatch with me, because I, on first watch, thought this was a super awesome episode of SG-1 here. So they nailed the tension, the directing, the music, the urgency, everything about this episode I thought was fantastic. And the fact that they committed and just doubled down on how horrible people can be in times like this. We've already, been impacted by the Ori, but I think this is like another real big stepping stone into the camp of fuck the Ori. But guys, that was Stargate SG-1 season number 9, episode number 15. I was absolutely impressed by this episode of the show. What did you think about this one, guys? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. I think we had some really great moments in this one that were genuinely shocking and just made for a really fun watch. But y'all, that was it for me, and I will see you guys for the next set of episodes. With that being said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next ones.